yeah, I don't think I've ever had an experience where I literally couldn't think the thought of death. Like it didn't compute, didn't make sense. In the same way that like try to imagine or think right now of a square circle. Can you imagine of a square circle? Like you can't. It's sort of like a logical contradiction. Well, now imagine that death becomes like that. Death becomes like a square circle where you can't even think it anymore because it's not because your brain is disrupted, but because the very notion of death becomes completely false. That's why you can't think it. So that happened. That was pretty cool. And also a bit terrifying too. Why is it terrifying? Well, because literally when you stop being able to think of death, you become so fearless that it literally doesn't matter if you jump out of a window off your balcony. It doesn't matter to you because there's no death. You realize that there's no such thing, and that if you did jump out of the window and off your balcony, it would make absolutely no difference, and it would not really harm you in any sense whatsoever. And of course, that you can see how dangerous that can be. If you actually start to act on that, you will kill yourself. And you might say, "Oh, Leo, but that's a delusion of salvia. Is that salvia makes you think that there's no such thing as death?" But then, of course, that's exactly why it's so physically dangerous, because if you act on that, you'll die. But see, you don't get it. If you act on it, you'll die from other people's points of view. But from your own point of view, there's no such thing as death. And if you do jump off a building and you do quote unquote die, that death is only from somebody else's point of view. You yourself will actually not die. Now, of course, it will take you out of the sort of material world that you used to know. So in that sense, you'll be gone. You won't be able to stick around. You won't be able to talk to your loved ones and so forth. You will exist in a different realm after that point. And what that realm will be, that can vary. I don't really know what it will be. That's all contingent. But it's patently obvious that you won't actually die. But that being said, remember that you're attached to this material existence. This is all you know. So from your ordinary point of view, it will be death. Your mother and your father will perceive you as dead. All your friends will perceive you as dead. Of course, it won't matter to you because you'll be so conscious that you'll be in a different realm, and it won't make any difference to you what your parents think, and so forth. But you will not be in this realm anymore. So just this is heavy stuff. So take this into account. If you want to keep existing in this realm, definitely be very careful with salvia.